Today we're going to make Ganjjajang. Ganjjajang is a fancy version of jjajangmyeon. Jjajangmyeon we boil it, but Ganjjajang we stir fry it. And also Ganjjajang is a bit saltier and less sweet than jjajangmyeon. So it's very deep in taste and you're going to love it. Okay, let's go and make it. Follow into my kitchen. Ingredient: pork, onion, green onion, minced ginger, and this is for jjajangmyeon. Chunjang is jjajangmyeon sauce. To make a jjajangmyeon sauce, you need a chunjang, but it's not really easy to get a chunjang if you not live closer by the Korean grocer. So we can make it two-way with the doenjang. And of course, some cooking oil and Sora's secret recipe and secret weapon. For noodle, we're going to use spaghetti. I choose spaghetti number 5, the thickness. Alright, we're going to fry chunjang or doenjang. Chunjang is invented by Korean Chinese with the doenjang with other ingredient, but basically is soybean paste too, much fermented soybean paste. So actually I tasted a little bit, very thick, but taste almost same, very black, but this one is doenjang. More tastes like a soybean paste, but not so much different. I don't know why. It's only been 6 months doenjang, but usually when I open it in Korea, the color was much lighter, but I don't know Malaysia weather is so black. So for jjajangmyeon it was very okay because we prefer it black, right? So let's fry the chunjang. It's half cup of oil and half cup of chunjang. So it's hot enough. So let's go fry it. Make it like this. Some people fry it in the low heat for a long time. I prefer high heat, just short time, because my dish has to be very easy, very quick, very speedy. Right? You boil it, stir often. So when you see the bubble coming out, it's almost ready. If you fry it in very high heat, don't need to boil it too long. All the bubble is coming out from the even, then it's okay. Doenjang, fry it same way. Can you see the bubble is evenly coming from the doenjang? Now it's time to turn off. I already decided not to include the cutting part, but this one I have to show you. This is not going to be a regular jjajangmyeon. This is Sora, right? And usually jjajangmyeon, the veggie cube, but I want to make it thin string, same as noodle. I'll explain it why. So I'll show you how to make it thin slices like this. Now I shredded all the ingredient: green onion, and pork, and ginger was just minced. Let's boil the noodle first. What? Before you make a sauce, you want to Pour the noodle first? Yes. I'll tell you why. This is the one serving, right? For adult. So cooking time for this spaghetti was 8 to 9 minutes. It's in the instruction. But that one is for al dente, right? We're not cooking pasta. So I'll add 2 minutes. Was a perfect for jjajangmyeon. So it will be 10 minutes or 11 minutes. I drain the noodles and I'll pour here. And there's a oil, right? We used for fry the ganjjajang. I add some and mix it like this to prevent soggy. Okay, like this, and set aside. Let's make a jjajang sauce. The ganjjajang is separate from the oil, so it's easy to just take out the oil, maybe a little bit, and let's fry the pork, not pork. Like I told you, I don't like sweet jjajang. I like it this way. But if you want to put sugar, now it's time to put sugar. Even though it's a ganjjajang and now it adds ginger. Even though it's a ganjjajang, actually almost all restaurants use at least 1 tablespoon of sugar, but I don't like it and I don't think it's necessary. Some people say the sugar makes the pork texture really soft, but I like it this way. So let's fry the pork first. Ready, so add only half. We're going to fry this very quick because I don't like the veggie and onion is too soggy. I like it crunchy. So if I pour everything now, it will be very soggy. So half of the onion. But if you fry it too little, too short, all the flavor from veggie will not come out, right? So half will be fully cooked, but half I'll fry it later for the texture. When you see the onion is that clear, transparent, now you put the ganjjajang. All of it. Then also I like it very crunchy, so now it's time to add all the veggies. And I'll cook it until the sauce all gets very well mixed with the veggie. But if you don't like it too crunchy, if you don't like too raw veggie, you can cook more. But for me, the best way to eat cooked onion is a very, very lightly cooked. Not soggy, just very, very lightly. So, yes, it's ready for me. It's ready for me. So I'll turn up the heat. But with no heat, I want to make sure everything is all mixed well together with the sauce. That's it. Okay, ready. Yummy. Now is Ganjjajang jjajangmyeon is ready too. And if you want to make it sweet, when you turn off the heat, you can add more sugar now. Because if you keep frying it, it will be very soggy. The onion and everything will not crunchy anymore. So you can, after you cook everything, you can add some sugar. Now both jjajang sauce is ready. This is doenjang. This is a regular chunjang sauce. Alright, let's taste it. Right after I cooked both two sauces, I taste a little bit. And chunjang is not only the soybean paste, it's already a little bit seasoned, but this one is a pure soybean paste. So the intention was not to put any sugar, was wrong. So I think maybe 3 tablespoons for this amount or more will be okay. Not really sweet, but loosen the strong soybean paste. So let's taste it. But I don't have 단무지, the dakwang. So this is a homemade pickle, so I'll eat with it. Alright, let's mix it. Yay! See, actually it's been quite long because I have to cook both, fry both sauces. But see, the noodle is not stick together, and this one too. This one. Okay, like this. Let's just taste a little bit because I'm not hungry. Alright, okay. This is what I like about this ganjjajang. Not sweet. Actually, it's not for the kids. Actually, more like an adult taste. Nice. With this one, I end up add a little bit of sugar. And okay. Now, actually, I'm beginning to talk so much, but bear with me. The reason I choose spaghetti noodle is while I'm staying, cannot have a very good quality jjajang noodle. Actually, jjajang noodle is very different from kalguksu noodle or the sommyeon. You know the sommyeon. There's a thick something very thick. It's called jjangmyeon or jjajangmyeon, but eventually it's same. The texture is very soft. So if you use that kind of noodle, I will not eat it. It's not jjajangmyeon at all. The only thing I found very similar to jjajangmyeon is this spaghetti noodle. So if you're in Korea, or if you're maybe in LA, California, you can easily get this kind of very special jjajang noodle. Special jjajang noodle. But in case you cannot find it, spaghetti will be the next best choice. Okay, and I want to tell you one more thing. today. We always cook without any MSG, but trust me, 100% of the Chinese Korean restaurant use MSG. So we're not going to use it every day, right? Only for just few times a year, and really want to eat something you look for in restaurant. We have no choice. Use this one. But actually, I didn't put it because I like it this way. But some people like it. Oh, it's not like I eat in restaurant, Korean Chinese restaurant. Then use this one. Not too much. Each maybe the less than teaspoon. I think half teaspoon will be fine. Yeah, very little, but it will be very different. That's why they call it magic powder. All right. And did you notice I shred everything? Why? Because did you notice that when you eat jjajang, always sauce left? Why? Because the sauce, the veggie, the beef or pork, whatever meat is a cube, and the noodle is string. So like japchae, if it is not all the shape of string, cannot be mixed. So why I know if I shred it, I cannot cook very long. So the veggie, it cannot be very flavorful, but I risk that to make it easy to swallow. Mix well with the noodle. That's the way, as everything has to be same shape to mix well. And if you follow my recipe, you will surprise there will be no leftover sauce like big. Because usually if you eat jjajang, finish the noodle, always left, sauce is all left. We have to stop eating noodle and to eat the sauce. But this way, everything is a string shape, so you're going to be not to miss any sauce. So enjoy. Now it's beginning to too long, right? Talking part. I want to explain more about this ganjjajang because why I call it a fancy version, because this one you cannot prepare long. You have to when you order ganjjajang in the restaurant, they stir fry it and serve it right away, not like jjajang. Jjajang is after cook ganjjajang, you put some more ingredient and also water, boil it and put the starch to make it thick, something like that. So you can prepare that day's selling amount in the morning and just pour the sauce and pour over the rice, and that's jjajangmyeon. So that's why I call it, this is a fancy version of jjajangmyeon. And I like it so much because I don't like too sweet, because some jjajangmyeon place is too sweet for me. So this one is perfect, but you like it because this is the really a fancy version of jjajangmyeon. And if you put enough sugar, the taste will be same, but it's really up to your choice. You can use really less sugar, or you can put much sugar to make it very sweet. Alright, so today ganjjajang was a success, so yummy. And for the doenjang, also so yummy, cannot believe it. So here's the recipe. Okay, so I'm not sure who's going to use doenjang or chunjang, so this is the common part, right? The pork, I use shoulder, but you can use whatever part you want. And green onion, 3 stem, and the onion, mine was quite small. I used 3, but was 400 grams. And chunjang and doenjang, we have to fry before we stir fry it, right? So it was a same amount of oil and chunjang or doenjang. But actually, at the end, I have a little bit of leftover oil. You don't need to use everything if you don't like it too greasy. And I add chunjang only 1 tablespoon, and doenjang was quite salty, so I have to add 2 tablespoons. This is minimum. You cannot feel anything sweet. You just little bit lower the saltiness. So if you like it a little bit sweeter, you have to add sugar at the end. Remove from the heat, do not overcook, and just while it's already cooked, you can add more sugar until you reach the exact sweetness you want to find. Okay, and you have to add cucumber slices for the flavor, and I add egg fry too, and I add chili flakes. This is some people use it for increase the taste, like a savory taste, like that. And the reason I use spaghetti noodle is not only for me. So many places, jjajangmyeon special jjajangmyeon noodle is very hard to find. That's why I use it. If you can find the special noodle only for jjajangmyeon, that's the best. But just in case you cannot find it, you can use spaghetti instead. Alright, always happiness and joy to you, to all. Bye! I'm sorry, I forgot to explain about the noodle. I use a spaghetti noodle and I choose number 5, but not every spaghetti has a thickness. You can choose whatever. Just do not buy too thin noodles. And I add the ideal cooking time plus 2 minutes, but you can taste a little bit to make it right. And then I want to boil the noodle first, so I put a little bit of oil to prevent the noodles stick together. But if you want to cook the sauce first and boil the noodle and just serve it right away, no need to put mix with the oil. Alright? Now it's really an end. Thank you for support.